Alright, hello. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I will just show my game. And here I am in the quarry mill. Gotta summon carbuncle. Gotta set myself to busy. And then I'm ready to go. So the last time I was here, I just picked up this quest to slay antelope stags for their horns. So we just have to go and slay some antelope stags. And that is, you can see on the map, it's just up in that direction where this little arrow is. So let's go look in that direction. And there should be plenty of them here. Look at all these antelope stags. Alright, let's start killing. We should be able to kill these guys pretty easily considering I'm level 40. I just realized I don't have my chocobo out. We should be getting my chocobo some experience too. Oh, I'm actually level 43. Even better. Just finish this off with a ruin. That's the third one. There we go. And so now we go back to Mefrid, sorry. Not Medrid. Mefrid. So we want to go back into Quarry Mill. Getting a little turn around here. Weeded weed. Interesting name. Mefrid. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got 4 horns with you. You're a godsend, adventurer. Praise Ralgor, there's at least one woman in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man called Buscaron, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as how he runs a tavern, he'd like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him to have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Faramud here. Godspeed. Okay. That is simple enough. Oh, hi, kitty. Nice to see you. Alright. So we're off to Buscaron. You remember Buscaron? That is the guy who does the things and stuff. We were here last time when we were doing the Totorak and all that stuff. Now we're going back to him. Just drive my motorcycle right into his little tavern here. Hey buddy, how's it going? Ah, Kit, ever a sight for sore eyes. How fares the adventuring? Rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt. You got something to show me? Look at these antelope horns. Aren't they pretty? Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to make a medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I am no stranger to the remedy. An Alamegan friend once used it to treat my festering wounds years and years ago. Safe to say he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamegan soldier in Quarry Mill? Heh, so it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as needs it. Oh, and don't worry about your little head off about payment. I still owe you a great deal more than you owe me, I reckon. Excellent. We got the medicine as it is. Pays to make friends with everybody. And back to the Alamegans. I suppose I could have just teleported back. That would have been easier. Oh well. We will save the gills Save the teeny tiny bits of gills. Alright. Faramund. It is well to see you returned. Have you the medicine for our brother? Yes, in fact I have the whole thing. God bless you, adventurer. I'll see that Galleon receives treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him, trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. Okay, are any of these better than what I got? No. We'll take the silver pieces. Hello, Mefred. Mefred needs your help to find a missing comrade. Ooh, missing. Adventurer! Galleon has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's like to deteriorate to where it was before, or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking Albreda. Might be as the woman sees something. Alright. Off to Albreda. Ah, finally! It's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Quarry Mill some time ago, and he left me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it unless someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. This is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to Little Alamigo. Blast it. Would that I'd known what he was thinking. I'd have stopped this folly myself. The love Galleon bears for his brothers is so strong he's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. Oh boy. Better tell Mefred. Out in the wilds, alone? That fool! That great big sentimental fool! My men and I will scour the woods for Galleon. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. Okay, let's go look for Galleon. And luckily my map tells me exactly where he is. It's over this way. Past all these goblins and stuff. Goblins that won't aggro me. Oh, down here. Galleon. Watch out! A goblin! Goblin. It's okay. We will defeat the goblin. We gotta wait for his corpse to disappear, and then we talk to Galleon again. There's the quest marker. Oh, Galleon. Galleon! Captain, but why? You should all be on your way. What do you take us for? We're Alamegans, and Alamegans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, goddammit. The oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on Alamegan soil again. Together, or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing, you'll wish we didn't find you. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I'll see you back at Quarry Mill. Oh boy. Tough love, tough love. Alright, back to Quarry Mill. And let's talk to Mefred. Galleon's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take the road again. Much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. And again, these are Disciples of War. Oh, these ones are actually better than what I have. So we'll take those. Let's see. Mefred wishes to repay your kindness. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask of me anything, and it's yours, as long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the people of Little Alamigo? That's all? Far be it from me to question your desires, of course. Very well, I will provide you with a letter to show to Gundobald. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Hooray! Now we can go back to Little Alamigo, and now they'll actually listen to us. Let's go ahead, teleport back there. 420, haha, blaze it. I'm in Canada, it's legal here. Anyway. Let's go talk to Gundabald. Why have you returned? You are not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. You spoke with Mefred? It has been so long since I last heard from him. I had feared him dead. 12 be praised. Whoever you are, Mefred sees you as a friend, and any friend of Mefred is a friend of mine. I know this masked stranger you seek, and will tell you what I can. Yay! Gundabald. An outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been appearing near Little Alamigo of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their trysts, but they are not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obligated to talk. Okay. Talk to the young'uns. Welder? Masked man? No idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. Gundabald sent you? Listen, I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man and... oh, you don't know anything about this? Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me not to think I'm in for it. Huh, so something going on. She told them it was a bad idea. Over to the other side. So there's an upstairs and a downstairs to this side, so we'll have to check and see if our people are on the upstairs or the downstairs. Looks like they're on the downstairs, though. What? Have I been meeting any masked men lately? Let's see. Nope, can't say I have, but I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for him. Seems like a bit of a threat there. There's a bunch been skulking around right suspicious-like, but I got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and there's trouble. Mark me words. That guy's got a little sense. Let's go back to Gundabald. Oh, Gundabald, Gundabald. Alright. So you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whenever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them. I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, that same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Alamigo. Naught would do but to depose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Alamigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. Alright. Let's just take some high potions, because I think we have some of those already. Level up. Nice! I got Surecast. That's very handy if you're going to get knocked back and you don't want to be knocked back. Hremthing has a secret message for you. Hremthing. Hey adventurer, you done talking with the old bear? I've got a message for you from Wilred. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you won over Gundabald and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. Oh yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to fight somebody. Okay. There's a few ways out of here. The way closest to what we want to go is right over here. You go down into this area, and then there's a door right here. And you can get out that way. And then we have to go around back. There's no back entrance to this place. It's a little bit confusing, but yeah. You eventually start to kind of get a feel for where where you can get out. Hey, Wilred. I'm sorry for what's about to happen to you. Thanks for coming, friend. 'Tis no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you, to discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you, or someone else? Coral got your tongue? Humph, no matter. Whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. Get her! I thought so. Hi, fellas. Okay. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it we'll reclaim our homeland. You're gonna do something stupid. And with it you're gonna kill people. Alright, back in to talk to Gundebold. Oh yeah, we can turn in that quest for the Braving New Depths. We might as well do that before we go back in. Since we're in the area. We're gonna need that quest for, I believe it's either rank 2 or rank 3 of our, hunt log for the Grand Company. I don't know why I'm going around this guy, he won't aggro me. Bibimoo. Welcome to the Sunken Temple of Qarn, or what remains of it at least. Used by ancient Beladians as a place to worship the sun goddess, Azema. Much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say that the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem the Beladians have rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares, to deter robbers, no doubt. We have recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned, many who have entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would welcome your aid. I'll do that later. But thanks, friend. Sunken Temple of Qarn, now accessible. That's another dungeon that I have to do with other people. It is not part of the duty support, so I can't do it with the NPCs. That's okay though, we will do that with other people shortly. I'm not sure if we'll do it on this stream. Let me look at my hunt log for the Grand Company. Malja Sniper, Kobold, Temple B. Yep, we do have Sunken Temple of Qarn on here. So we could do those, but we will see. Let's go report to Gundebold first. Stay on target for now. Yeah, this place is a little confusing to navigate, but that's okay. Okay, Gundebold. Attacked by Wilred and his cronies? I thought they would go to such lengths for the sake of this plan of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. Okay, a cowl. Cowl. It's okay, I can put gear on. I'm in Sanctuary right now, so let's put some gear on. Actually, the cowl, it turns out, is not as good as what I'm wearing, so take that. However, I can put these goatskin moccasins on, and then I can just glam over them. Oops. This one. There we go. Gear is fairly up to date. Gundebold needs your help. Wilred mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundebold. Bertliana. Gods preserve, what happened? I was out foraging when the corpse brigade came. They took me to their hideout, and they The whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling to hope. Is it wrong to dream of home? Is it wrong to call ourselves Alamegans? Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you these villains will answer to their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wilrid. He saw me outside. He was so angry. I must tend to Bertliana. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear they made you something rash. Well, understandably so. I mean, dude. Alright. So we gotta look around for evidence of what the young ones are planning. Oh, there's a shiny over here. Map of Zanrak. Okay. Anyone else in here? Nope. There's no more orange circle around here, so we gotta move over to the other side. And we're probably going to need to go both upstairs and downstairs. So we can start by going upstairs. Oh, there's Woolworth, but first let's talk to this riled youth. If this plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for the better. Might be as Gundabald's content to ache out an existence in this mushy old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now where in the seven hells did I put that bloody map? Oh, you mean this map? Wilrid. O mighty Ralgur, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of your people. Humph, here to interfere again? Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for their crimes, and no one will dare oppress us ever again. Crystals? Oh. Dude, you're playing with forces you don't understand. Alright. Hunting knife. Anything else down here? Yeah, riled lass. What those animals did to Bertliana is unforgivable, and to think they look down on us. Well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Wilbur to the bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few lizards. This is not looking good. Alright. Gone? The whole lot of them? Then it is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is it that they mean to do? Here's your blunt hunting knife and your Xanarak map. What's this? A hunting knife and a map of Xanarak? Wait, you said Wilrid spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to... By the gods, this is rank madness! The young folk are untrained and unbloodied all. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amalja are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yards of the crystals. They are headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's too late. Okay. Speak with Wilrid. Let's be off. So the other way you could go is you could just go down and out and then around. But I'm going to go through here and out this gate. And then down here. Alright, instance battle it is. Looks like these guys are not very good shape. It's okay, I'm here. Proceed. Wilrid, did no others survive? This is all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We were going to reclaim our homeland. We... Pull yourself together, lad. We were gonna make an offering of crystals to Ralgar to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zanrak and make off with the lizardman's cash, but they caught us, and so many dead. Gods forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your souls. I regret our young one's transgressions, but a soul is too high a price for youthful folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the Alamegan people. This hope I will guard with my life. That's right. Okay. So in this one, you gotta make sure to keep Wilred alive. And Wilred just kind of dives right on in and starts, like, attacking things. So you gotta just kind of make sure you're attacking the ones that Wilred's attacking, or that are attacking him. Just keep an eye on them. Okay, so this guy's the leader, so he's gonna be about regardless, but let's focus on these guys. See what we can do to keep our boys alive. That one strapping lad is probably gonna die. But I've got a couple of these guys on me now, so. Get this battle Drake on me. Or dead, you know. And the healer is healing us, so that's good. And here come some tempered guys. Attacking the healer, so I'm gonna just kind of go after him. Yeah, that's right. Come and hit me. Take you down. Saved all the strapping lads. Keep going. Oh, he put blind on me? Try and blind you for it, bitch. That's right. Your skill at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youths could learn much from a woman like you. That's right. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Alamigo. Wait, we've come all this way. We have to get the crystals. They're right there, ripe for the picking. Have you learned nothing, Wilred? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate of those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about... The masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Ralgar. He swore. Enough. I will hear the rest of this story tale back in Little Alamigo. I dare say Kit will wish to hear it as well. Yep, I'd like to hear what you have to say. And back up we go. Tell me about your masked man, friend. Gunnabold. No more lies, Wilred. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Ralgar, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe that we could raise ourselves from this squalor that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known. There's no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wilred. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Alamigo lives on within us all. It is for you to decide what to make of this legacy, but whether you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer, an outsider. I won't, I promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. um, Apology accepted, I suppose? My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little Alamigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you will always be welcome here. That's a far cry from where I was at the beginning. Get the fuck out! Alright. Would that we had more information to offer, but what Wilred told you is the extent of our knowledge of the masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you'll find and put a swift end to the creature, for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. He's not doing some good things now, that's for sure. We gotta go back to Minfilia, so we're just gonna use the Vesper Bay tickets. Never forget about the Vesper Bay tickets. They are so convenient. And it's way better than teleporting to Horizon and just running all the way there. Just teleport right to Vesper Bay, and you can go right to the Waking Sands. Oh, he's got another quest. What is it? Ooh, going for gold. We'll take that later. I know I'm gonna have to do it, but it's not gonna be right now. The Ormvale is a dungeon. It's well known and hated, but it's not as terrible as it seems as long as you get a good group. But I mean, you have to do it in the duty finder, so whether you get a good group is questionable. Alright. Hello, Minfilia. Welcome back, kids. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? I learned he tries to get people to summon gods. Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say? Precisely the kind of deception the Asians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this, whilst things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Minfilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Okay, Tataru. Maybe we ought to rest before speaking further of the investigation. Alright, we're not gonna rest. We're gonna talk. While you were tending to business in Thanalan, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habrea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the selfsame area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up La Habrea's trail once more. Neuraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, kids. Alrighty. Let's go talk to Neuraxia. Who is just in the next room over here, where everybody hangs out. Neuraxia. Hey, Arenvald. See, I happen to know this Arenvald fellow is going to be very heavily involved in later story. I'm to meet with the antecedent soon to discuss a matter of great import. Aeba thinks it's about my first official mission. I suppose it would be good if it was, yes? I mean, I'm not sure I'm ready, but still. We'll see you later. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One? Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medrod had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrod. Digging One is to be found at Falgord Float in the North Shroud. Okay. So, we have to go to Falgord Float. So we could just go straight there, but it'll be cheaper if we go to New Gridania first. Which is 0 gil, because it's my free teleport. So we're just gonna strategically save like tiny bit of gil. I'm cheap, okay? And then we're just gonna go outside to the North Shroud. And now the teleport to Falgord Float is really cheap, because we're in the area. Sometimes it's a little hard to target the Aetheryte, but you can get it. Okay, now here we are, and let's go talk to Medrod. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I looked death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Medrod is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm long enough to hold a conversation. Now I gotta soothe Medrod. You're right, it's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true, but that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I think I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed this suspicious character in the distance. A masked, garbed head to toe in black. Masked man, garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow. A winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman! One glimpse was enough to tell me that she'd died a gruesome death. On that same instant, I knew right away the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating this same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure we won't have to suffer Medrod's hysteria ever again. Alright, teamwork! That's what I wanted to... Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay her for comforting me. Literally, I just kind of waved my hands over you. But he looks very happy. Alright. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the skillkin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folks are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt the answer's that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we could look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths? This is just make work, man. I just gotta kill some Ziz. Go slay 3 Ziz. Believe it or not, this quest line used to be longer too. Like, you used to have to do a whole bunch of shit before you finally got down to like anything useful. Alright, kill this guy. Kill this guy. And kill this guy. Oh, this guy wins. Hello, Mr. Balloon. Alright. Done. Back up to her. I'm not gonna teleport, it's so close. Just go on the motorcycle. Look at this guy doing squats. How very industrious. You've already seen to the Ziz? Good work, adventurer. So were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? No, they were easy to kill. Nothing? Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. There's 2 quests. Alright. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I better watch myself, eh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor going around. There's some whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Okay. And he has some information. There's something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran off without looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Alright, so now we're gonna go investigate both of these things. So there's one down here and there's one right over here. So we'll just go to them in order and then we'll teleport back. These guys are not going to aggro me because I'm level 44. Alright. So over here. Oh, here it is. Look around this destination. See if we find a winged eyeball. We found a Bane Mite. Dead now. Alright. Well, let's go deal with the rock. Normally you'd have to be dodging all these guys, but right now you don't have to because level 44, yeah. So what you do is you just kind of select it from your mini-map, the object, and then you just aim it at wherever the thing is with the mouse, and you just click. And it does that. It blows it up into humming crystals. And now we have to pick each one up, one at a time. And there's 5 of them. Oh boy, this is so enthralling. It's necessary though. We gotta do this stuff to get to the good stuff. So, it's just necessary to do your little fetch quests in between your dungeons and your bosses and your instance battles. Okay. Now we got both of them done, so let's go ahead and go back to Felgard Float. No. And we can go back and talk to those two, turn in their quests, and continue on with this quest line. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Ah, it has a name. But what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Yeah, I found these. Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with your masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. Yeah, oh well. A monstrous bane mite appeared, and you slew it? That creature had long been a scourge of the folk of Felgard. Intentional or no, you've done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw? Or merely a trick of the light combined with blind panic? Okay, back to Medrod. There's been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I had been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It is impossible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a bane mite. But you and I were malms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with a bane mite at the very spot you claimed to see the fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Ooh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why it couldn't be. Of course! There must be more than one of the buggers. Ugh, it's so obvious. But then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. Gulp. Oh yeah, turn and look at me. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the experts. Oh yeah, I see how it is. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. Well, I burn to know the truth. Some things are best left unknown. Lest you've forgotten, I was at the rocky area to the west, where I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Okay. Well, let's go. West of Felgard. Back down here again. Ooh, a mangled corpse. What's this? A floating eye. No, it's dead. Mangled corpse. Eee. Oh, see ya, Belle. Thank you for your service. Felgard's not that far, so I'm just gonna go back up. I have to take it to Aethiamaster. Aethiamere? Aethielmere. Yeah. This person. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? This flower will turn into a mangled corpse. I'm really sorry. Good gods be good. Not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud. While the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any sightings of the sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women, all found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It is difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of... This button, engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil or that of an organization, perhaps. Oh, panty shot. Either way, I dare to hope this find will prove pivotal in solving the mysteries. As I'm just sitting there with my underwear out for everyone to see. Alright. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. All I did was bring you a body. What do you know about me? I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. Okay, you're just lazy. If I may make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mion. Mayhap someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Okay, back to Gridania. A few people with umbrellas out. Some guy playing dead. It's normal for a major city around the Aetheryte. Alright. Oh, hello. What quest do you have? Oh, this is the sightseeing log. Oh. I'll pick it up. Sightseeing log might be nice to have. Basically, the way the sightseeing log works, it's different in every expansion, or rather, it's different in the expansions compared to the base game, which is what we're doing right now, base game, ARR. In ARR, the locations are not marked. You kind of have to find them and do the lookout emoji or whatever other emoji is specified in the thing. At the correct locations at the correct time, and they can be really difficult in the ARR ones, like it has to be raining, has to be nighttime, has to be this kind of weather, blah 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 blah, like just all kinds of specifications, and you don't know where the location is, they're not marked. But in the expansions, you will see a little circle on them, like in front of you on the spot where the lookout is, and you can just go there and you hit /lookout and you get the lookout. And these can be real handy because you can turn them into paintings and you can decorate like your housing with them. And now, housing in this game is a little bit of a hot button topic. You're probably not going to get a house, but you could get an apartment or a free company room, and you could decorate those things. So, it's worth doing. Gets you a little bit of XP when you take the sightseeing logs too. Good day to you, Kit. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herbal tea. Not stones. Here's a lily button. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetheryte Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Okay. Oh, 2 more. RL. Okay. Oh, this is for Palace of the Dead. I'll pick it up. We won't need Palace of the Dead, and I probably won't do it on this character, because it's just a lot of grinding. But I might as well pick up the quest and I can turn it in and unlock it. Palace of the Dead is basically a deep dungeon. Oh, troubled adventurer. Oh, this is for the retainers. Send out your retainer. Several adventurers are having trouble summoning their retainers. Yeah. So you pick this up. So basically, this is to teach you how to send your retainer out for a retainer venture, and they can bring back all kinds of useful stuff. So it's worth doing, but you have to get the venture coins to be able to do it. There's various different ways you can get venture coins. When you start to do Beast Tribe quests, you can buy them with Beast Tribe tokens, or you can get them from the quests. They can be rewarded from Lev quests if you're doing Lev quests as well. And they can also be bought with Grand Company seals. So once you've finished ranking up in your Grand Company, and you need something to spend your seals on, it can be venture coins, or glamour prisms, or both. So let's talk to Bernadette. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then, show me what you have. Lily button. What does it say? A lily sigil is carved into this tiny ivory button. Okay, nothing exciting. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by families of old, although I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Selingweld over at the Saying Gould. Yeah, over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing the citizens on a forename basis. Okay, off we go to the Lancers Guild. Ha, Chumbawamba. I like it. Cute. Lancers Guild. Saying Gould. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Take a look at this. Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursendel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button on the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Well, that's actually very helpful. Let's sprint, because the quest takes us this way, and there's no aetherite. Ursendel. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. Sir, can you explain this? The sigil of the D'Artancourt's family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman. Her face, was it marred in any way? I feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Oh dear. Level 45. I can do another job quest, but first, let's talk to this guy. Hooray! Thanks for the encouragement, hooray! I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the D'Artancourts. During that time I had the honour of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within the chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us know whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say that she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of the body. I performed the dreaded task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to the place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home, for nigh on a century. Half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavoured to put the manor behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience, until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawk Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. Alright. So, this is a dungeon, Hawk Manor. I could go do it. I have to do my job quest, but I can't, as you recall, I cannot do any further job quests in Summoner because I haven't killed Titan yet. So I could only do the job quests on Scholar, which I am not going to use for this dungeon, so might as well do that after. For now, we're just gonna go out and find Hawk Manor. So we're gonna go out the White Wolf Gate, because that's the closest. See, Hawk Manor is over here, and the White Wolf Gate is up here. That's why it's good to do the quest to unlock the White Wolf Gate. It's very handy to go out of. And now we go to Hawk Manor. We have to go a little bit of a roundabout way. I think we have to go this way. Through these guys. On the path. Past these stropers. They will not aggro me. Not even Jaded Jody will aggro me. Not even the floating eyes will aggro me. I'm too high level for all of you. The road to 80 buff is too powerful. Normally you'll be somewhat of level, like, so those guys will aggro you, so you have to either avoid them or run past them so that they give up, or kill them. Hawk Manor, now accessible. Alright, so we're gonna run this dungeon. I think I have the best gear for a summoner equipped, so I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, not duty finder. Duty support. We're gonna do this with the NPCs. Here they are, our good buddies. Marauder, Conjurer, and Thaumaturge. Scion Marauder, Scion Conjurer, and Scion Thaumaturge. Let's go! This is basically like a little haunted manor. Place has clearly gone to shit since that guy left. So, yeah, we're gonna make our way through this place. It's a little bit confusing for newbies because there's so many different ways you can go. It doesn't seem like there's a clear path, but there is actually one straightforward path. So we're just gonna go this way. Still didn't do a portrait. Bad for me. Okay. So what we have to do is go this way, but then we have to go into this room. So I'm just gonna get the Marauder to go forward and grab these things. And we want to focus on this bitch, because she's gonna do giant AoE circles. And she's a pain in the butt. But I'm still gonna do these. Yeah, so there's the giant AoE circles. Now, if I was a ranged class or a tank, I could have interrupted that. But I am not either of those things, so I can't interrupt it. and the NPCs will just dodge. They won't interrupt. So there we go. Kill the attic bats. And I'm not gonna waste you for that. So now what you're after in this room is this tiny key. So you're just gonna pick it up and take it with you as you continue down the path. So you gotta pick up these enemies. So we'll just let the tank do that. Oh, he just picked up the manor maid servant. I'm sure he'll grab this carpet stain and attic bat. Yeah, there you go. You got him. Oh! Oh! He interrupted her. Nice. Good job, Marauder. Somebody interrupted her. I assume it was him because he's the only one who could do it. That. Go around the corner. Okay, let the Marauder pick that chick up. Okay, so then we go into this room. And one thing you'll notice after we kill these guys is there's a locked door there. That's what the tiny key is for. So we're going to use the tiny key on the locked door. And get through. Otherwise you'd have to backtrack and go pick up the tiny key. So it's just helpful to get it while you're still on your way, rather than having to backtrack. Tiny key. Okay, so now we don't have any more tiny keys. We'd kill her just because she's probably gonna aggro. You can pick up that tiny key if you want to. That's basically just for if you want to unlock treasure room. So I'll pick it up, but we're probably not gonna do that. You can pick up a bunch of tiny keys. So this is the treasure room over here. So you would just unlock this door. And you have to kill these guys to get the treasure. But it's completely optional. You can continue going through the dungeon without doing this. And in fact, if you're with a group in the duty finder, they will not go into this room unless they're newbies just like you and they don't know what they're doing. Or they want the treasure. You know, maybe they're here for gear for their low level class. It's entirely possible. It depends on what the tank wants to do or the healer wants to do or whatever, right? Like, the tank leads you groups, so they decide what you do. If you're here with the, oh, fine wax. That's nice. That's a nice item to get. If you're here with the duty support, you can do what you want. You lead the group. They just do what you tell them to do. Alright. I aggro these guys. stunned her again. Like, he stuns her and then he moves out of the way anyway. Very interesting. So we have a door there that's locked. It's called the Ivy door. We do not have a key for it yet, so we have to go the other way. You can go down that hallway if you want to. There's another treasure room down there. There's another locked door, so you gotta go find another tiny key. But we're not gonna go down that way because that's too much of a pain in the butt. We are just going to kill this guy and go into this room. This is the first boss. She's fairly straightforward. Let's not waste time with this one. Oh, thanks, guy. We're gonna kill this one. Like, we have to, because we need to get the key to go to the room across from us. She's the one who drops that key, so we gotta kill her. So she does that. She basically will do that void fire, and you just basically have to move out of it. It's a fairly straightforward fight, all in all. Looks like she's got it out for the thaumaturge at this point. If you stay far enough away from her, if you're a caster, then you won't get hit by that. Like the thaumaturge did. Lightning strike. She dropped a green key. Ivy. Green. How about that? And you can collect the treasure coffer, which gave us a manor beret. Let's see. Is that any good? Oh, it is. It is actually good. However, I'm not going to put it on right now because I can't re-glam. So we're just going to go over to the Ivy door and go right through it. I'm not going to go and get the other treasure coffer over there. Okay, so you can go all the way down the stairs, but most people just do this. And the NPCs will eventually follow you. Here they come. There we go. he's over there. Can pick up this tiny key because we're gonna need it. And what we're doing now, I'm just gonna take a look over there. Oh, she was right there. She patrols, so that's why I was looking for her. What we're gonna do is we're basically gonna go in a circle around this place, because the only way to get to the area where the key for this carnation door is to go around this way. So you could go into these locked doors and get the treasure chests, but then you have to find yourself another tiny key. And it's not really worth it for the extra treasure, in my opinion. You get decent gear as you're going through the main story quests. So at these low levels, it's not worth going out of your way to try and get the gear or even the items that drop in this place. Although fine wax was actually put in a nice find. I don't know how much it sells for anymore though. It might not sell for that much nowadays. Oh, there's another tiny key over there. Actually, there's two more tiny keys. Here's another manor maidservant. We can handle you. Go, Mr. Marauder. You can handle these guys. I believe in you. Around the corner. There's another place we can go through the locked door, but the one that we want is the very last locked door right here. You see there's a yellow key. That's what we're after. And then we gotta kill these guys. Notice how I keep switching targets? I'm actually looking at the health bars of them and switching to the one with the most hit points. Because they do the most damage that way. Okay, now pick up the yellow key. And we go over here, and this is why we couldn't just go around the corner there and go there. There's a big stockpile of stuff in our way, which we can't climb over, but we can climb over from the other side. So now we open the carnation door with the yellow key, and now we fight the second boss, which is 2 enemies. So you want to aim for the Manor Jester first. Come on, Marauder. Dash on in. There we go. So I would just single target the Jester down, and then single target the Steward down. So once you start attacking the Jester, your NPCs should hopefully follow suit. If they're attacking the Steward, well, whatever. Just you attack the Jester because you know that's the one you gotta bring down. You're gonna hit the Manor Steward a little bit, you know, because especially on Summoner, like some of your attacks just have AoE like to them. Like for example, pulling out your summon will do an AoE attack. So you're just gonna have to deal with that, but use your single target to push out more damage. I believe the reason we went for the Manor Jester first is because he does things like ice spikes and thunder and those giant circles and that sort of thing. So we want to get him out of the way, but it looks like we took out the Manor Steward at about the same time. So this bloody parchment is what we were after. And now we can open the treasure chest and get Theriel's Fiend Ring, which it looks like is a strength and vitality, so it's not for me. Now you can talk to this Ethereal Flow, and it takes you back to the beginning of the dungeon. Now what we used to do was we used to use our return, and that would take you back to the beginning of the dungeon, because we didn't want to run all the way back. But that confused new people to no end, so Square Enix put in that the little ethereal thing there. Thank you for the cheering, Ore. So now the barrier is broken because we got that bloody parchment, and we can go upstairs. So again, you can go down here, you can get a treasure chest. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to fight this guy and go into the room where we're going to fight the final boss of this dungeon. So once he gets about half, then he just goes untargetable, and he goes into the room. And this is where you fight the final boss, which is Lady Amandine, who is a succubus now. She's no longer that fair and beautiful lady. She's a succubus. She's evil. Let us put this wayward soul to rest. Alright, let's go do it. Come on, Marauder. Dive on in. There we go. Sometimes you have to get close enough to aggro them yourself before your person will go in and pick them up, but... Okay, so she's doing Void Call. Oops. Shit, I wasted my summons. She's calling up a Manor Sentry. So what we're gonna have to do is, he's gonna do the eyeball thing, so we have to look away from him. So you want to look away from him when he gets towards the end of his cast. You can also position yourself in between him and Lady Amandine, and that way you can keep attacking Lady Amandine. Now this handmaiden just needs to be killed. Because if she stays out too long, she'll buff Lady Amandine, and that's no good. We don't want that. She's casting Stone Skin on her. You don't want that to go off. Ah, it went off. We were too slow. So what she's going to do now is she's going to put out the Beguiling Mist which makes us be like, ooh la la, but you see how this eyeball's going off. So as soon as I didn't time it correctly, but as soon as the beguiling mist goes off, you want to turn away from her. Like as soon as you see the effect end, you can start to be like trying to point away from her before the effect ends, and then it'll point you away from her as soon as the effect ends, which is what I should have done, but I didn't do that. Fortunately, that's pretty easy to correct. I can keep attacking Lady Amandine that way by getting in between her and the eyeball. That's a trick for you. And she's void color. Okay, so she's gonna do the beguiling mist again, so this time I'll have a chance to redeem myself. Just keep pushing this button. Woo! There we go. Thanks. Ring buster. I'm gonna do the limit break. Hell yeah. And she's gonna void call again. And once again, I'm gonna get between her and the sentry so that I can keep attacking her. My back to the sentry. Then run out when she does that. And keep attacking, and she's almost dead. That's about it. I leveled up again. I'm gonna be level 50 in no time. Yay! Alright. So I got a pair of manor chassis, which will be a good pair of pants for me. Yep. And we're gonna see what's in the treasure coffer. Gladiator Inquisitor's arms. Nah. Nothing too exciting. That's okay. So we exit. We put Lady Amandine to rest. Now we can go back and report to what's his face. Oh, but wait. What's going on? Darkness has taken root within these halls. Sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Ooh, 2 of them. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire 1 crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue on your present course. Oh, yeah? Fight me. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. Your task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Oh, well, fine. You're gonna run away like chickens? Huh? Fare you well, bringer of light. Too scared to fight me? Huh. I would have kicked your asses. That's right. Okay. So now we gotta go back to Randall. Ursendel. That's him. That's the fellow. It's up by the Lancers Guild. And that's where A Sight to Behold is too. So maybe I'll go pick that one up as well. And continue it. Because that is a decent one to do. So that you can pick up your sightseeing logs in Heavensward and beyond. So I'll go and pick up that. And then I'll go talk to Ursendel. This is where the summoner quests are too, but I can't do the summoner quests until I fight Titan. Pardon, I don't believe we've met. You've something of mine, you say? Yes. You left this at the inn. My journal! I'm not going to read the text for this one because it's not very exciting. So we have to go look out at a certain spot, and it's marked on the map for this one, so it's easy. But the other ones will be more difficult. You won't be able to find them on the map. But once we get to Heavensward, we'll update the sightseeing log, and then we can pick up the ones in Heavensward when we see them. You are returned! What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all! So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked man you encountered are of the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed not how many innocent young women were to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, though through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both. I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities, and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Alright. You're gonna sit there, or are you gonna go report yourself? Okay. Alright, whatever. Alright, so before we go back to Minfilia, let's finish up this sightseeing log quest. Can't believe I'm already level 46. This is crazy. So the sightseeing log is going to be here at the Conjurer's Guild. And it's just right here. And all you have to do is stand here and then type /lookout. Yep. And then you go back to her. Talk to her again and finish this sightseeing log quest, and then the sightseeing log will be unlocked. It's kind of a neat little exploration bonus. Like, you go to areas for some reason for like an obscure purpose, and then you find, oh, there's a sightseeing log here. And we got it. Sightseeing log obtained. Alright, let's go back to Minfilia. So we're just going to use the Vesper Bay ticket. And into the solar. And to Minfilia. Welcome back, kid. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn into the 12-wood? Well, it was like this. 2 of La Habrea's minions? And they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then. The Asians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Asians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all that we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that will require your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. And we get a level 28 weapon coffer. Because that was a level 28 quest, and we're level 46. What kind of weapon do I have, actually? I have a level 24 weapon, so this level 28 weapon might actually benefit me. Oh, and I have this Gladiator Inquisitor's arm, so if I use this, it'll turn into a Gladiator's sword and shield. That's just kind of the coupled weapon and off weapon for Gladiator. But let's use this weapon coffer. And we'll see what we can put on. Apparently it's not better than this book of brass. Okay. I don't know if we're in a sanctuary right now, so... Oh yeah, we are. Number 4. There we go. Now we've got the best gear on. Oh, I got a succubus card. Added to my card list.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, 2 primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst.
Oh, good.
The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you.
Oh, I'll beat him up.
No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
No, I'm gonna kick his ass.
So you will accept?
That's what I said.
Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Yastola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Yastola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Thanks, Minfilia. Okay, so I gotta go to Limsa Lominsa. Let us just return, because I think this quest just takes us directly to her. Yeah. And, I can do my job quest while I'm there. So to do my job quest, I have to switch over to Scholar. I'm gonna update my gear set since it's been a while. And let's go up to the Marauders Guild. Hello, Elkazoka. Good to see you, Kit. I have made yet another discovery which pertains to you and your scholarly arts. I have come into possession of several ancient engravings, including some which show the traditional raiments of Nemean scholars. In fact, the extraordinary detail of these illustrations, coupled with information gleaned from other sources, was sufficient to deduce their design. At present, it is impossible to say how historically accurate my designs are. That is why I propose we enlist the aid of Eorzea's preeminent artisans, so that we may recreate these garments. Should they prove sufficiently authentic, I expect your fairy will regain more of her missing memories. In the hands of a preeminent weaver, say Master Redolent Rose of Sunsilk Tapestries, this information should be sufficient. Ah, but you cannot journey to Ul'dah until you have gathered the leaves of a direwort. My texts explicitly mention that the plant's pigments were used to dye Nemean uniforms. Alas, direwort is much rarer than it was in the days of yore, can only be found in the fog fens now. Lest you think I mean to make you do all the work, worry not. While you scour Mordona for the plant, I will contact Master Rose and convince him to help, though I doubt it will require much effort. Alright, so we have to go to Mordona, which we haven't been to yet, so I'll hold on to this quest, and we will continue it later, because it's not really urgent. So let's go to Aft Castle, I believe, is where the quest is at. And we will continue our adventure. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we are told to expect. Ah, forgive me, madam. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned a Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ugamoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word has spread of your accomplishments, Kit. On behalf of Minsa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Kit personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the Kobolds plagued our people, nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was to the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lominsons who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath, or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help, Kit? Yes. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. The kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we can meet Titan in the field, however, it'd be wise to learn what we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenosha. Oh god. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I meanwhile shall seek his fellows. Alright. I know where this is leading. You will see why I sigh soon enough. Let's go to Lower Lenosha. Come a long way from killing wharf rats and little ladybugs, huh? Still much further to go. Alright, here we are. Here's our dude. Lay down your burden, son, come drain a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time, find ye a lass or three. You gonna say something, Venture, or just keep staring? Eh? You wanna know about the company of heroes? Ah, hells. Price of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Trashholm was the company's best axeman. Now what was it you wanted to know? Gahaha, so you want to hear the tale of how the company of heroes bested a primal, do ya? Let me guess, you mean that bastard Titus, eh? Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle like the legends of Eld. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit you, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh, just like that. Oi, what's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to build old Titus. Yes, it's him, Wentz. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest nearby the windmill south of here? Aye, do that and then we'll talk. I think you're full of it, buddy. Okay, since we're going to be killing enemies in the open again, we'll summon Belle. And investigate this rat's nest. Oh look, rats! Imagine, in a rat's nest. Who would have thunk it? Yeah, I'm having trouble targeting them. You can be dead, and you can be dead. Now we fight the Rat King. Yay, Rat King. And the Rat King's dead. We finished the rat's nest. Now let's see if this guy will tell us anything. No. So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venturer. Save me the hassle of, never mind. Ooh, we got some sky blue dye. Next he's gonna give us royal blue dye. What? You're still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, Adventurer. It was a pretty risky strategy, the kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do, but unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a good damn thing. At the very least, you'd need to be capable of slaying, say, a Gubu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled round here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down as quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and standing lookout in case a Gubu comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. This guy's a useless twat. Hey look, a Gubu! Look, a dead Gubu! Yeah, you again. Then that Gubu that was hassling the millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, adventurer. Still, it took you forever and a day to get the job done. I'm not sure if I should tell you our secrets. Dude, you're making me cross. This is not as good as what I got. Alright. So, as I was saying, I don't know if you got what it takes to fake Titus. Maybe if you slew, Trashborn. You still here drinking again? If you are, that Goobu had better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleave the beast's skull in two with me trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I asked her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Trashtom who slew the Goobu? Or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Trashtom, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drunk, sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody halfwit. Aye, well, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagan shite I've ever heard. Both of you outside. We'll learn the truth of this Limminson way. Trashrom, if you don't slay that Goobu, didn't slay that Goobu, you may consider your contract revoked. I'm just so tired of this shit. Trash man. Alright, time for an instance battle. Most useless instance battle ever. Okay, let's do this. Alright, you know the rules. First one to smash their boulder will be judged the Goobu Slayer. And don't even think about trying to kill me, that's cheating. Who picked these boulders? They're nothing alike! Oh, the hell's with it. Let the contest begin. Alright, let's do this. Doesn't matter, I'll still beat you even with a bigger boulder. Put a paralyze on me. Put a paralyze on Carbuncle. So he's using a bomb, so what you can do is you can either try to blow up the bomb, or you can try to blow up your boulder before the bomb goes off. I think I can kill my boulder first. Yeah, we're done. He's trying to do something to me again, but it's over. Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned me lesson, honest I have. Save your blubbering trashdom. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you went and believed me, Look, his name was Weisket, alright? Weisket. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever the hell that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then, tell the chief to forgive me, it's only fair. And we're off. We gotta go talk to Weiskin. Costa del Sol. So I'm just going to return to Limsleminza because we are out of time. And we will just hang out there. And then we'll go to Costa del Sol to continue the story next week. Thanks for joining me, everyone. And I will talk to you all later. Bye!